Hello everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1 and I am back with another live stream. We're taking a little bit of a break from Freedom Planet to do the Gigabash Gamera Rebirth DLC because I was really excited about this, and I apologize for there being no streams at all last week. I was sick and I had a habit of getting a really bad cough. And I don't think you really wanted to deal with either of those things. So we took a little bit of a break. But we're back and we're going to do this, the Gigabash DLC for Gamera Rebirth, which my throat's a little bit sore still, but I should be fine. Which, this is a very unique situation that this creates, but we'll get into that in a second. Just let me message this out. But yeah, while not the first time Godzilla Battle Line actually had a Gamera tie-in before this, but this is like one of the few times that Godzilla and Gamera have actually done a collab. But just let me message this out and then we'll get started. But, let me just get this, because, okay, I don't know if everyone will know how big of a deal this actually is to have happened, so I'll get into that in a second. Okay, there's the messages all sent out. But yeah, if you're not a big Toku fan like Kaiju fan like me, this might not seem like as huge of a deal, but the thing is, Gamera and Godzilla and Gamera have been two of the biggest Kaiju in Japan for decades now. Like, for over 50 years, I believe. Yeah, well over 50 years, actually. Yeah, closer to... Was it honestly closer? Okay, I think Gamera's 60th anniversary was this year. And they've never had a... Like, the big official crossover they had before this was Godzilla Battle Line. This is the first time that Godzilla and Gamera have both been in a fighting game together. But... And that is very interesting. In fact, it's 5 after. Hi, Holy Cross. Glad you could make it. Let's go first to this. Also, there is a third character here that we have access to, which I'll do a bit of... I'll go into first, after I'll go into in a second. But, yeah, Gamera and Guiron. Those are the two Kaiju in this DLC pack. There's also this free update that provided Mecha Jiras, who was an arena hazard in levels previous, but was not and a boss in story mode. But this is the first time we've actually it's playable now. This is a free update actually, so if you don't want to pay anything for the game, you get Mecha Jiras for free, which is nice. Developed by our top minds here at Global Titan Defense Initiative and modeled after the Jiras Titan, the Mecha Jiras mech is an unparalleled Titan deterrent. Although its rudimentary features may not compare to Otama Tech fancy high-tech Thundertross mech suit, watching it decimate our dummy titans during combat trials has demonstrated Dr. Adler's unparalleled genius, outfitted with a destructive rocket drill and grapple claw alongside an arsenal of devastating RMNs Mecha is the pinnacle of our struggles and hard work. As I look upon the hangar now after its upgrades and tinkerings from the R&D team for the past year, should all those failed prototypes, I have no doubt that Mecha will serve as a gleaming bastion of mankind against all Titan attacks. Mecha is finally ready to roll out. You know? Oh, sorry. You know, sometimes wonder why Daiei never tried making a mecha version of Gamera like Toho did with Godzilla. I don't think it's ever actually came up, but that's actually a good question, because thinking on it, there's never actually been a mech in Gamera. Now that I think about it. That's actually... I had not thought of that, actually. Yeah, let me actually rethink that. Yeah, there's never been a mech in Gamera. In fact, Gamera fighting mechs in these crossover games is the only real time. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm trying to think if even the games had a mech. Like that's kind of one of those Godzilla and Vegeta have, Piccolo and Vegeta have never fought situations where maybe there was one in there was a video game. There was a video game called Gamera 2000, but I don't remember if that had a actual... Okay, so apparently there were Biomecha in the Godzilla 2000 game, I mean the Gamera 2000 game, but that was it. Yeah, and those were cyborgs. Yeah, like Gamera 2000 had mecha... Like, had biomechs, but that was it. That was the only real time that it ever happened. Like, and everything in that was cyborgs. Technically cyborgs. So that was... Yeah, because Ultraman has plenty of mechs. Godzilla has Mecha Godzilla and Mogira and other mechs, obviously. Ultraman's had a boatload of mechs. Even Kong has Mechanic Kong. Like, even Kong's dealt with Mechanic Kong, and Monster vs. Kong has fought Mecha Godzilla. But no, there's never been a mecha in Gamera. Like, apparently there was a scrapped 2000 anime that was planned to have one, but it never went anywhere. Okay, and speaking of the Big G himself, or the other Big G, yep, it's the Rebirth design for Gamera, which I really like this design. Yeah, like, the Heisei is the most famous, I think, but the Rebirth design I really like. A living weapon designed to exterminate humanity, Gamera instead rebelled against its creators and fights to protect the people of the Earth. Created as a force for destruction by a mysterious civilization 100,000 years ago, among others, but their plans went awry when a defector reprogrammed Gamera into a Guardian. When his former masters resumed their mysterious, nefarious schemes and kaiju returned to threaten humanity, Gamera stands vigilant, ready to defend with fire and ferocity. Yeah, but here's the Gamera model, which looks great, honestly. You spin me right round. Also interesting, this is the first Gamera that has a digidegrade legs. I did not actually notice that in the show, but yeah, this Gamera has digidegrade legs. Which honestly doesn't look bad on him. It kind of actually fits the design. I don't know if do turtles have digidegrade legs? I don't think turtles have digidegrade legs. But, yeah, but we have the big guy and his nemesis, his enemy, Guiron. Yeah, a lot of people were surprised it was Guiron, out of all of them, but from what I've heard, it was because his fighting style was what interested the devs, so they decided to go with Guiron instead of, say, Viras or Gauss. I think Gauss actually would have been difficult to pull off. Riley, no, bad cat. Don't do that. Okay, viciously fast, dangerously agile, the blade-headed kaiju Guiron slashes through enemies and obstacles with ease. Guiron is nearly unstoppable in close-range combat. With its remarkable agility and a razor-sharp vibrating blade, and sorry about that, I'm still a little sick. Capable of slicing through steel, an enemy of humanity, Guiron's desire to wreak havoc and chaos in accordance to his creator's will. Yep, and I can see why. Guiron's interesting. He's also, I believe, the second only quadrupedal kaiju in the game. Let me actually think on that, because, Balzar is a quadruped. But also there's some new stuff on there, but let me see. No, I don't think any of the base kaiju are quadrupedal. Like, you got some weird ones like Skorak and Concrete, but yeah, most of them are either saurian or humanoid. So yeah, that's something interesting. But first, we're going to do what we always do, and we'll start with Mechagiris. Also, look at all these kaiju. There are a lot of kaiju. Now, where is Mechagiris? There he is. Okay, so he has Unyielding Defender, PP, which I think just makes him look like his original counterpart, Scout, Banana, RJ-78. Oh, that's based off the Gundam. Scarlet Sentinel, Blackforge. I like that design. Gearspark. We're gonna go with this. Okay, and of course we're starting with... Okay, now I will note, I have not played these characters, so... And I'm also rusty with the game. I also did fix my controller. So, I took my controller apart, cleaned it. That's one thing, if you're having trouble with your controller, maybe try taking it apart. Look up a video online, don't take it from me. Take it apart and try to clean the pads underneath the buttons. That can help with a lot of sticking problems. Okay, so that's... Okay, so grapple claw. Okay, got a pulse ability. Also, one thing I found funny is... one thing I did... Okay, so that's how I do that. Okay, this is not good for me. Okay, now I don't know what this is gonna do. Okay, that is actually cool. Okay, so that... There we go. Okay, there we go. Say, have you heard anything about a new upcoming anime film entitled David? No, I've not heard of that. Yeah, also interesting bit of lore with Mechagiris is the Titan Defense Force, or whatever it's called, in this universe actually corrupt. Like, they're basically a megacorp that kind of rules the world. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Hi, Trooper. Glad you can make it. Okay. Okay, Mechagiris is fun. Plus, I do need to be taunting a bit more. Okay, that didn't go too badly. Okay, Thunder Tross. Okay. Okay. Okay then. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm out of luck, so that's a life down. Yeah, I've heard about that. That's sad. I mean, yeah, it is sad. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again. I am rusty with this game, so that's one reason. Well, I'm rusty with the game and using a character that I genuinely have never used before. And to be fair, that's probably meant to be, that probably would be the canonical outcome of this fight, because Thundertross in-universe is meant to be way stronger than Mechajiris. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's just a normal, like a salute. Okay, so next up, a fight with the big rose person. I forget some of the names of these characters because it's been a very long time since I've actually played this game. Okay, so... Okay, so... I think Mechagearus is probably not as good as the boss version, but you know, it's understandable because the boss version is, you know, a boss version. So I think the boss version also can't jump. Okay, I'm not sure what my jump attack is. Okay, that went better. Okay, so Mechagearus is fun. Mechagearus is pretty fun. I do notice he's a bit stiff, which I think is honestly intentional, most likely. Because from the way they describe him, he's not meant to really be... Hello, Riley, what are you doing? I don't really know what... Okay. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. That is a fun taunt. Okay, we're fighting the Extinction Dragon now. Okay, we're in lava now. Oh wait, he can hover? Oh. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, I think we'll do the big G last, maybe. So the arcade might actually take longer than I thought it was going to. Okay, and there's that taunt. Actually, let me turn off this fan, because that might... Okay, there, I think I turned the fan off. So, we're fighting the big... snowman. I just kind of feel bad about this, because he's not a bad guy. Okay, that kind of flew up on both of us. I really would like to get that. Okay, there's our jump attack. Okay, concrete. Okay, I might not do an arcade. Well, I probably will definitely do an arcade for... Yeah, I'm going to do an arcade with all three. Yeah, Mechagearus is kind of just the one that I have to do because I want to, but because he's there, but I do like him. He is fun. He's just not the reason that you clicked on this video, naturally. Inverted controls are annoying. Okay. Yeah, Mechagears is cool. He's just kind of the one I've got to cover because he's there. He was a free DLC, that's why I do want to cover him, but I do like him. He is fun. I think we're going to do Gamera next, because, you know, he's the star of the show. I like Gamera, and I like Gamera Rebirth. Gamera Rebirth is a really fun show. It might be getting a Season 2. Apparently Daiei is doing some sort of crowdfunding thing to... Okay, we're literally fighting ourselves. Help me, brother! Help me! Okay, so if I'm going to win this, I need to be very careful because I could probably do also want to get rid of you. There we go, you're gone. And we lost that. Yeah, I don't really feel like Mechagears is very good at accumulating that, or a very good match for him to begin with. Yeah, sorry, like I said, I was a bit... I still have a bit of a sore throat to a degree. Okay, so we probably want to destroy our prototype quickly. I believe that actually is the canon thing, is here this is our prototype. Okay, Mechagearus has been taken care of, and now I just have to deal with you. Honestly, I kind of don't. Honestly, it's kind of sad to deal with, to have to fight Gigaman, because he is genuinely the good guy. Okay, I'm in trouble now. Yeah, this is probably gonna kill me. Okay, yeah, we've got one life left. Oh, I know we lost. Okay, we lost completely. Okay, time for the big guy who does not actually have any alternate skins. Okay, so we're fighting Mechagearus right off the bat. This feels wrong that Gamera's fighting Thunderstraws right off the bat. Okay, this is annoying. It's honestly really annoying to be dividing this right off the bat. You guys. Okay, prototype is dealt with. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go help Mom with something really quickly. But yeah, I do like Gamera. He is so far very fun. I need to figure out everything about his moveset. I believe if you manage to get a fully charged punch, he does something special. But, okay, now this feels more apt. Like, I could see Gamera defending himself against Mechagearus if... Well, the thing is, this particular version of Gamera does not normally do that. Okay, of course he just flies in. Okay, yeah, if you charge up enough, you will do that. Okay, I actually overpowered him. Yeah, I like Gamera. Gamera's fun. Of course, after we get the arcades out of the way. Okay, so next up... Now this actually makes more sense. For a fight. Like, Thundertross is one of the characters that this version of Gamera probably wouldn't be fighting. Oh, okay. That's an interesting attack. Kind of like a command grab. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, if you hold... Okay, he died due to... Oh, that was unfortunate. Okay, just retract into your shell. That was kind of anticlimactic. I think he's also pretty durable, which helps. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's the attack he used to defeat. Okay, here comes the ult. This is a combination of... I believe it's a combination of how he destroyed Guiron and how he destroyed Super Gauss. So I think that's a combination of 2 of his finishing blows from the movie. I mean, from Rebirth. But yeah, a Gamera I like. Okay, now here's one of those situations where this version of Gamera would... Yeah, this version of Gamera is actually one of the ones that has the least, is honestly the least destruction happy. The Wooly is actually really annoying to fight regardless of who you are. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's a cool taunt. Oh, that's... Okay, so I just learned something interesting. Death Battle is actually getting its first Kamen Rider, and Fate representative is going to be Nero Saber from Fate versus Kamen Rider Geats. That's going to be interesting. Okay, I looked away for a few seconds. Who are we fighting now? Oh, Jarrett. Okay, now this is a fight that makes sense because, well, Jarrett is a evil alien invader. Okay. Okay, I am getting thrown around when I feel like I shouldn't. Okay, that went well. I mean, I got thrown around a lot, but I just caused more damage. Like, I don't feel like Gamera's one of those characters. This version of Gamera would not be causing this much collateral damage. You know. I do like that Gamera has several command grabs, which makes him interesting. Oh, that was a cool color scheme. getting some of Gamera's attacks off art is difficult, though at the same time... He hits like a truck once he gets them off. Which I think is something they actually mentioned in his... Oh, I completely forgot he had... This is an ancient city, so it makes sense Gamera doesn't particularly care about collateral damage here. Okay, this is an interesting fight. Okay. Actually, come to think about it, has there ever been a mammalian kaiju in Gamera? I don't think there actually has been. Okay, first loss. We're doing better this time than we did with Mechajiris. Okay. We're doing better this time. Okay, this is definitely better. If I'm not mistaken, that's the attack he used to defeat Jiger. Okay, that was a mistake. That might cost me this. Yep, that was a mistake on my part that cost me the fight. Because if I had not got... Because I would have defeated him had I had that. Okay. Okay, doing much better this time. Okay. There we go. This should score the W here. Okay, managed to win. Now next up is not our knife-headed friend Guiron. Okay, so Guiron's going to be interesting to play. Now this, Guiron does not care about anything. Okay, he's definitely faster than Gamera. Okay, so his dash is basically an auto grab. Yeah, Guiron was a last second. Was the last, second to last, well, third. Like, the third to last villain of Gamera Rebirth. Guiron, it was then Virus and Super Gauss were the two bosses after him. Oddly close range with that. Okay, that's an interesting attack. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that is cool. Okay, so that taunt is him chopping up a giant fish. That is adorable. Okay, so Giga Man here, which again, Guiron kind of would just throw hands with everyone. Although Guiron's actually pretty dang big, all things considered. Like, looking at him, yeah, Guiron is pretty dang huge, honestly. Okay, so now I just kind of got stuck in him spamming his railgun. Yeah, that's what that is. It's a railgun. And in the Showa era, it was shuriken. Just shurikens he like telekinetically yeeted at things. But it was originally always supposed to be a railgun. But the special effects weren't up to par for it back in the Showa era, so they made it into what it was originally supposed to be, but they kept this in shaped like shurikens. But yeah, Guiron's actually pretty dang huge. Yeah, Guiron is, like, honestly freakishly huge. The mouth is really creepy on Rebirth Guiron. Like, I do like how creepy he looks. Okay, so I will say of the three characters, Gamera is my favorite. Like, Gamera is my favorite of the three to play. He's just... Guiron's fun, but he's a little all over the place. But that's kind of the point of his fighting style. He's meant to be chaos. Okay. Yeah. We didn't get to actually show off. Oh yeah, I think that's something he did back in the Showa era, actually. I think that paw gesture was kind of a Showa we're on thing. Just taking a break from Freedom Planet to do this, because this just came out. And we've been on Freedom Planet for a while. And I wanted to do the Rebirth DLC quick. Okay, can I not impale the... Okay, I cannot impale the boss Mecha Jiren. Apparently I can only do that to the... These are not DLC parodies. These are Gamera and Guiron from Rebirth. They're guest characters, as guest characters. Which makes this like one of the very few times that Gamera and Godzilla have coexisted. Interesting thing enough is Gamera and Guiron we don't know what happened, but back in the like 60s-ish, at least I think it was the 60s-ish, there was a stage show at Toho that was actually a collab with Daiei that was Gamera and Godzilla. We don't really know the crux of everything. Dang it, I keep accidentally killing him before. Why does Concrete keep showing up? I don't know. But yeah, Gamera and Guiron are guest characters. But from what we know, that stage show that happened back in the back in the Showa era, there's no recordings of it. Well, there's one or two, like, somewhat recordings of it that we know of. Like there's what we know is sometimes there was a fight and sometimes Gamera won, sometimes Godzilla won. But it seems the crux of what we know is Gamera was kind of in full friend of all children's mode, and they end up teaming up against a bunch of other kaiju because Gamera sees Minya in danger, and being the friend to all children protects Minya. Man, I just keep failing to do the... Okay, that is silly. But that's part of what I like about Gamera. We know it was like a villain team-up of a bunch of their villains that they fought. And we know Gauss was involved. We don't know everything about what that whole, like, what the stage show, everything happened. We just know that it wasn't the same every night. Like, it wasn't, it was varied between the two. So we don't know the entire shtick of what all that entailed. We just know that Gamera and Guiron were the Gamera and Godzilla team. Sometimes they seem to have fought, and one of the two would win. Okay, so we are not going to get to see Guiron's ult, are we? But we do know that in the end they end up teaming up because Minia's threatened, and of course Godzilla's going to defend his son. Gamera is the friend to all children. So that is just, you know, logical. So we know this stage show happened. That is something we do know, that this stage show is a thing that actually happened. We don't really know the full details. We know Gorosaurus was in it, and from the pictures we've gotten, it seems Godzilla was using the King Kong versus Godzilla script. Suit. Okay. So yeah, we don't know really that much. We know okay, so we finally get to see the ult. Okay, so There we go. Yeah, but the only actual only footage that exists of the Gamera, Godzilla and Gamera stage show is some like 8mm footage from the event that, because there was no recording at the time. They didn't think C to physical control. Okay, so now we've done this. So let's have some fun. Like, okay, obviously we gotta do it just because. Okay, what is the... Okay, so we'll stay on 3, and... we kinda gotta do Godzilla vs. Gamera. It's a necessity. But, yeah. There have actually been talks between Kadokawa/Daiei and Toho to do Gamera vs. Godzilla, but they've never gone further than just than Daiei suggested it. Have they put a King Ghidorah parody yet? No, King Ghidorah is actually in the game. I think Reiwa is probably the closest thing to King Ghidorah. Like, okay. But no, there's not a King Ghidorah parody, they just have actual Ghidorah. Okay, now that we've had them let them fight... we gotta do this. We have Ghidorah. Actually, no, let's go with Guy. Oh, okay, Guiron, obviously. As well. Okay, so we're gonna do the team up. Godzilla and Gamera versus Guiron and Gigan. That's actually, that's Megalon is the Atlantean super weapon. Well, Cetopian super weapon. Okay, we are all down to our first health bar, and Gigan is the first one to... Yeah, but the thing is that crossovers where that happens are kind of lame. Dude, what are you? Oh, right, your Godzilla. Like, yeah, that theoretically could happen, but, like, the thing is, what's the point of a crossover if one side just curb stomps the other? You know, there's no point in the crossover. Okay, and now probably we got enough for a few more things, but okay, so we're going to go Ghidorah, but we're going to increase the difficulty. No, not Hedorah, Ghidorah. And Ultraman. Like, it depends on which Godzilla. Like, here's the thing, it depends on which Godzilla. The current Godzilla versus the Justice League crossovers that are happening, it's MonsterVerse Godzilla, who also kind of has a similar ability. So it makes sense the Justice League can't, Aquaman can't take control of Godzilla because... Okay, so this is a max CPU Ghidorah versus Godzilla, Gamera, and Ultraman. This is like a dream matchup. Like, this is something that I think we'd actually, like, if there was a team-up movie, I think that inevitably, one thing to remember is this is, technically speaking, an indie game. They just managed to get enough traction to actually that did not last long. But yeah, like, okay, what else? We can just, well, I know another one. Where's Ultraman and ME? So with Voltan and where on? So all these monsters they had to essentially license. Like, they had to license all these monsters that are not original creations. Yeah, also, yeah, Guiron is just freaking massive. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Oh, nope. Okay, so I kind of just fastball special my own ally there. I don't do damage. Like, you don't do damage to allies. So that's... Okay, let's do that then. Godzilla, Gamera, and Ultraman versus... a maxed Hedorah. I wish they'd add more stages. Okay, here we go. I wish there was a thing to make the one of the monsters. Yeah, like I wish that it was possible to do this. Oh, yeah, that was one of the creepiest parts of that movie. Just the fact that technically speaking, like, there was a lot of damage done to poor Godzilla in that. Okay, now what to do? What now? Oh, I know what I can do. There we go. Okay, here we go. Oh crud, Balthazar still, I forgot to turn Balthazar back to his... Oh, no, it's Weiron. Weiron's the one that's technically a level 6 right now. Okay. Should probably rescue the Rojak right now. Okay, let's finish the job, hopefully. Which is appropriate, because canonically that part of that move is how he killed Weiron in the show. Okay, I think that's where we're going to end this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.